Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here in House Life Coach, a podcast for, by, and with coach members of the International Coaching Federation, the Philippines chapter. Stay and meet our featured coach for today, Coach Edlin Nang. Hi, everybody. Hi, Coach Edlin. How's life, Coach?
Hello, Coach Makay. I'm doing great. Yeah, been busy the past few days with some engagements, but overall, doing great.
You look great too. So, di ba,
Thank you.
what's inside shows on the outside, o, di ba? Thank you. Thank you for saying yes to the invitation to be featured in House Life Coach. Okay, so um before we go into the serious serious discussion here, let me I will ask you first, what three things do you want us to know about you?
Well, number one, I'm really young at heart, in a sense. I have a sense of adventure. Well, I usually love to go to places I've never been, so traveling is really one of my passions. Maybe secondly, I'm a devoted family woman, mom, daughter, and wife, of course. And yeah, I've been married for 26 years. And I'm so proud of my son. So definitely, they are my jewels. My family is really my inspiration, coach. And maybe the third one, well, I have a unique combination of my left and right brain. I'm actually finished psychology and accounting majors. So
Wow. So math ka. You're in the math. You're with my numbers.
yeah, I kind of shift. I shift between my creative and my logic side of the brain. So I'd like to think it's rounded. So those are the three things, coach.
Very good. Wow, interesting how you're able to mix the numbers and the yeah, and then psych as well, no? So understanding people. Yeah, very good. Now, can you tell us how did you get into coaching?
I'm really surprised that coaching exists, honestly. Usually people come to me when they need a listening ear. They
Oh,
say,
yeah, yes,
they
yes.
say listening is one of my assets. That's how they consider me. So, when people want to sound off their ideas, or there are certain challenges, then I'm usually the one they reach out to. And
Mhm.
it's really simple conversations, Coach Makay, sometimes just over coffee. And that's when they have some realizations that they wouldn't really get if not for those interactions.
Yeah, true. Ano, I've talked to a lot of coaches as well, and usually it's really the time or the time in their lives that they realize people go to them if people just need to uh what vent,
Mm.
to share some things when they are feeling not okay, and we are their usual go-to, so we're not yet coaches then, but it seems that we have that, no the listening ears and the understanding heart. Okay, so do you have a specific, as a coach, do you have a specific they call this uh area or any particular segment of society that you would like to help?
I've really had experience with area of finance, because as a
Mm.
CPA, that's how I really started my career. And I'm doing financial planning because when I started off doing audit work, with one of
Mhm,
the prestigious auditing firms. It's,
mhm.
examining all the statements of companies. So moving to personal financial planning, I'm now focused on helping breadwinners and families secure their future through proper financial solutions.
So it's parang financial legacy?
Yes, in a sense. I'm talking about legacy because I've been doing this for more than 2 decades, Coach Makay.
Oh, wow.
So, a lot of experiences, and there are really some challenging, it's even in the investment field, it's a lot of ups and downs. And I
Mm,
guess having a good foundation will
mm.
really help a lot of families, secure their future and maintain their lifestyle.
Yeah. So how much do you enjoy? How much yung question ko, di ba? How much do you enjoy that particular, ano? Yeah.
Field. Well, I usually conduct financial wellness talks as well.
Okay.
Uh, yes, and then uh, you know, recent experiences. I have a coaching client, and he wanted really to break into the financial field. And I was coaching him into, what it takes because he was asking like, he had these questions. He had these issues and challenges and feeling stuck about, am I really good enough? So, Coach Makay, that's one of the questions that usually with the advent of self-promotion in social media, a lot of people come across
Mm.
as successful, accomplished, having gotten all those degrees and certifications, and yet there's a feeling of emptiness and a lot of self-doubt. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
helping him with right now.
Oh, wow. Good. So good. Okay. How do you mix? I mean, what do you have a certain formula that you use so that you can mix or you can merge the discipline of coaching and the skills you have in financial legacy or being a financial coach.
True. I really see it as an integrated approach in terms of
Mm-hmm.
framework because it really starts off with, as you know, coaching, in terms of coaching, it's really the client who leads the conversation. We are the process experts as coaches here. So the focus is on the client's goals. So that's really how we start and maybe firm up a vision of how he or she sees him or herself in the next few years or the next few decades. And then we move into a sound plan once it's established. And of course, that's how we work together. And then we check on each other in terms of accountability and just do check ins, regular check ins and reviews. This is what we plan for. How's it going so far? What's working for
Yeah.
us? And yes, how we can improve. So that's really exciting for me. And I do have this natural curiosity, Coach Makay, about people and what makes them tick.
Yeah, very much part of what we do as coaches, right? When we remain curious, just knowing or wanting to know what makes them tick, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, yeah, very true. So, what do you like most about coaching? I asked you about what you like about how much you enjoyed your work as well, but what do you most enjoy about coaching?
It's really the transformation that happens in the light
Mm.
bulb moments. When clients really get this aha and realizations of, I never, they say, I never thought about it that way. That that is so fulfilling for me. Um,
Mm.
it's it's really an advocacy. I treat coaching as an advocacy in the sense that, of course, we do have to explain first and give some clarification about the differences of coaching with other modalities and
Yeah,
tools. So I always say that we look at each one as whole and resourceful and creative. And it's
mhm.
just something, there's some blocks along the way, but once we
Yeah,
can examine as the thinking partner of the client, then that's where the breakthroughs happen. So every time there's that thing, that light bulb eureka moment,
yep,
I share with that. And as they say in coaching, like we walk with our client. So from point A, when we journey with them through the process and help them out, iron things, and you get to point B, you're actually there with them. So
yeah,
with the client's growth, it's also our own personal growth. And in coaching, it's really a lifelong journey. It humbled
Mm.
me, Coach Makay, because I used to think, being so left brain, it had to
Mhm.
be perfect. You cannot, in my
Mm.
audit practice, you can't go home if you're not balanced by 1 cent. So everything really
Oh,
had to be so accurate. And coaching humbled me so much in the sense that I had to accept feedback, how to
oh yeah,
improve and be
yes.
better. I think that's really a hallmark of a coach. In as much as our clients want to be coached, us as coaches, we also have to be coachable ourselves.
Yeah. Oh, talking about that, were you ever a coachee before you became a coach?
Definitely. With of course getting into coaching, we have to go through education, coach education and certification. So there were a lot of things I kind of had to like swallow because as they say, we cannot change what we don't notice. So I
Mm,
realized, I was telling you earlier, Coach Makay, that I love to listen. But I
yeah.
realized, that I just can't accept in a way and absorb it because I would consider myself as sensitive as well. So
Mhm.
it's not a matter of just taking it in, it's reflecting it back,
Yeah.
and really helping them out and just being present. I love that core competency of
Mhm.
ICF, right? So maintaining a coaching presence. So that's very pivotal for me in my
And
career.
it's also very challenging, right? The presence for
Yes.
me.
Sure.
It's
That's
yeah,
why it takes a
very.
lot from us really as coaches that particular time it's really the client who holds the reins. So in a way
Mhm.
coaching is like, it's the client is in the driver's seat and we're
Yep.
just there supporting them. I
Mhm.
always liken it to a Google map or ways that you do know have to know where you're going and there are a million ways to get there. Yet
Mhm.
you're in charge.
Yes, you sound so excited just talking about coaching. Yeah. And I can feel that really you're in the right profession as well in coaching, helping people. But has there ever been any challenge? Coaching
Definitely.
challenge? Yeah.
On my end.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. In a way that it's not easy, actually, Coach. It takes a lot of honesty, also as
Mm,
well, because sometimes we can't, if we're not 100% with the client, then it won't work because it's also not fair because we're here as a thinking partner. So it kind of, there's a lot of coaching mindset involved as emptiness. So there was a
yeah.
time, yeah, I actually had to uh, request to move the conversation because I was really going through something challenging. And what I learned through that experience is it's really a partnership. What you give out is actually what
Yep.
you get back. So as long as you respect each other
Mm,
in that sense, then it will work. Because no
mm,
one is
mm.
really perfect anyway. So we're all humans who go through some challenges. So I think,
Always. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so
Very
I just
true.
had to be more conscious about as much as I want people to be respectful of time and all that, then in the same way that is expected of me. So I just have to live up to my expectations as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So how do you distress? There's the challenge that comes from your work in the financial world and also when you coach, okay? There are many roles that you play. How do you distress?
That's a very good question, Coach Makay. If we really do, I do believe I need to take care of myself as very much so that I can be as present as I can be. So I love
Yeah.
Zumba. So I do that twice a
Oh,
week. I
wow.
love to dance. I also have my own yoga
Mm.
practice, which keeps me grounded,
Uh-huh.
centered. And I do love working out. I actually just picked up going to the gym like 2 years ago. I never really saw
Mm.
myself as very athletic, but I realized going through life and um, building muscle is super important. And I really adhere to this Japanese concept called Kaizen, which is
Yeah.
continuous improvement and 1% progress every day. Also, I really have this perfection thing happening, right? As I mentioned earlier, keeping things in balance and everything had to add up. But I
Yeah.
realized progress is really about 1% progress is better than perfection. And
Yeah.
I know I've been hearing about that concept for a long time, but it just sank in recently. So
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot of self-love. So aside from my workout, I do love watercolor right now. I'm picking it up as a
Oh,
hobby.
wow.
Yeah. By the way, I also have a background in graphic design, Coach
Oh,
Makay.
wow. Yeah pala.
Yeah, that's why I kind of pick it up here and there. And I actually got enrolled in watercolor classes. So
Wow.
that kind of it's exciting. And then there's something about the fluidity and the flow about what doing watercolor and just letting things be, letting things settle. Because what you can't control water. It's kind of that's the challenge.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I also learn about color mixing and all that. So yeah, that excites me as well. Yeah, I in my one of my recent trips, I did an art class.
Oh, wow. You, can you show us sample works?
Definitely. I'm so excited to share with you some of the projects that we've
Please,
done in the
please, please
span of three
do.
hours. So this was in my trip to Malaga, Spain. Yeah,
Okay,
there's
there,
there's a
there. Let's go.
lighthouse there. So what happened was with a guide or the artist, teacher, slash
Uh-huh.
teacher. So we went to a place which combined also city tour, and then we sat down. He set it up, all of it. And
Mm,
then that's how it's like a really step-by-step guide. So this is one. And
one.
actually I was just playing and then the other one we went to the marketplace, which was a quick also. So it's also partly tour. And this is what we did.
Bakit iba yung size? Why is it that the paper size for this is
Um,
it's up to you?
well, it's a matter of it's just that's what we provided. Actually, that's a good question.
Okay.
It will take time definitely if it's big.
Ah, okay, okay,
So
okay.
I guess it's just teaching the techniques.
I
That's
saw
why I was
another
saying,
one.
yeah, this one was my
Yes.
I did this on my own. I was practicing on his techniques as well because I'm really used to doing the flowers, more
Right.
on flowers, petals, and all that. I went to a watercolor class, and this one is really a
Nice. Baka
breakthrough
susunod
for me.
niyan, there's another path for you
Yes, why not?
to
Yeah.
artistic work, right?
Like
How was
very
it? Tell us. How was it?
So I got into a travel guide
Mm,
site, and then they did offer it's a city tour and a watercolor class as well. So I was able to, yeah, we were walking around the city and we chose a location. And then we
mm,
sat down and then there's a few of us too who students of this artist. And
mm.
then there we just did something on the spot and he was guiding us along the way. So that was like okay and very refreshing. You get to see a different viewpoint, not just a tourist, the usual tourist things.
Mm.
So that was fulfilling and fun.
Yeah,
Most of all, at the same time, you get a lot of tips and ins and outs about the city and what makes it great. So I really had a lot of fun with that.
that's good. So if ever you'll be needing a model for a portrait,
Noted, coach. We'll
yes,
get there.
you know where to
Thank you so much. I will, yes, I will. That is much noted and I'm excited.
yeah,
Yes.
excited for that. Yes. Okay, in the current noise, I'm happy to hear that first of all, I'm happy to hear about that's something new for me, you're into art as well and watercolor. Yeah, I love that. Um, siguro I'll segue a bit, no?
Yeah.
To the current realities in Philippine society. Okay, you've heard about the noise and leaders in our leadership. Okay. So, where do you think can coach come in? Can coaching come in rather? In areas where, you know, the institutions that we believe should be as strong for us, and it's turning to be so where do you think can coaching come in moments like this, times like this?
There's a lot of opportunities
Mm,
actually in that area, Coach Makay.
mm-hmm.
Governance, especially in governance in our climate right now, it
Yes.
calls for a lot of reflection. As you see, even in coaching, it's the core strength in the sense that we notice
Mm-hmm.
what's happening around us and really how it affects us,
Mm-hmm.
individually and as a whole and as a country. Uh,
Yeah.
More than anything, we do have a vision of sustainable coaching nation. We did, even in ICF, in our organization, that's also one of our strengths, right? To work towards
Yep.
alliances with government agencies, public and private sectors working together, trying to see how we can uplift the state of our country and really just, the Filipino culture. It's so rich, you
Yeah.
know, rich, really. We export a lot of talent. We're all talented. We have a lot of resources. So there's a lot of opportunity to engage, in terms of
Right.
coaching. We do have projects in the pipeline with certain agencies.
Yes.
So that's what excites us so much. So looking forward to the next 3 to 5 years and beyond of the organization, how we can liaise with them and, just partner as well. I think partnership is key. That's a very important term, and how we can force that, how can we can forge that relationship.
Oh, so very well said. Partnership is the key. Right. Even one agency a day or a week. One
Yes.
agency, one government agency a week is, at least there's that first step that we're taking. Right.
There's really, yeah, there's really that ripple effect, I would
Correct.
say. We wouldn't know because I sometimes, I just want to share. There's an engagement of a coaching school I attended with a university,
Oh.
and he was a university student about to graduate, and his concern was really how to juggle things, like, because of course there's a lot of pressures to graduate from that school. And he had a lot of interests, and there's also pressure from the family, Coach Makay. As you know, they usually expect, some help from the children in terms of raising sustaining the needs of the family.
Mm.
And then, well, surprisingly enough, after that engagement was done, because I think he was 4 months short of graduation. Lo and behold, he sent me his graduation photo.
Wow.
Brought me to tears.
Wow.
Because it's like, I didn't realize how much impact that was. Because, as coaches, we just try to do our best to be with them. And then when he sent me that graduation photos, I don't know. It's like, I just felt like I was part of a family. And
Yes.
like, okay, that's really how coaching can impact that life. And you wouldn't know where it will take him or lead him. And I'm just excited to hear more about him. So we just keep in touch. So that's really the power of coaching, to touch one soul at a time.
Yes. One soul at a time, one soul a day is okay. Yeah, right. All right. Thank you for sharing that, very powerful for me. Thank you. All right. Um, let's go to the three and one segment. Yeah, there's this
Parang
thing.
I'm more, I think I'm more nervous with this part.
Don't be. Um, siguro I'll ask something about, the three and one, I'll ask one question, but you can give me three answers. Okay.
Okay.
Since you're also an artist, all right, let me go there. What are
Yeah.
your three favorite colors and why? Do they represent something for you, or you are reminded of something when you see these colors, or they have so much impact? Your three favorite colors and why?
Okay. I'm going to respond to this question with both my left and right brain.
Oh,
As you said, three,
yeah.
definitely three primary colors.
Oh,
So red and yellow.
yeah. Do
Well,
they
like our
represent
Filipino
any?
flag.
Uh-huh.
Ah, I learned this from the art class actually.
Sure.
If I may share, actually those are the big primary ones, and there's endless possibilities when you combine them.
Um,
Okay, so I think the foundation is just really those three, and yet simple, but like you can create anything. It's really endless, in terms of combinations, what kind of the theme you want, the temperature, is it cool, is it warm? Creating shadows as well is also, so you just need those three, and then you can, go anywhere.
right. I like the endless possibilities. I like that. Okay, so my last question would be, I'd like to know what sets how you go about your day. So, what's the first thing you do when you wake up?
I weigh. I weigh myself.
Really?
I wake up.
Talaga?
Yeah, as they say, you can't improve what you don't measure.
Uh,
And it's not really, and also, coach, I just want to say it's not really about the number itself.
Parang you're
It's
saying that to me. You cannot improve.
it's about actually keeping it in check in a sense, because adjustment for me in life is really a major thing. So
Mm.
if I have set a goal or something I want to achieve, or a vision, I cannot get there overnight. So it's really just this 1%. I think that's really the execution part of how I can explain the progress in terms of self-care and fitness. But yes, we can talk about that more next time perhaps. Coach
Yes.
Mahal.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach Edlin, for being here, for saying yes. Coach Edlin, for our audience, Coach Edlin was one of those first coaches who said yes to our invitation to be featured in House Life Coach during our general membership meeting in January. So, really, I'm very thankful for your presence here today, Coach Edlin. So, if can you share your socials where some people can, get in touch with you?
Definitely. I have my IG handle with dot Edlin, Edlynn.
Okay.
So it speaks about partnership. And thank you again for this opportunity, Coach Makai. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for doing this great work.
Grateful for your presence as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you around. Thank you again for staying on and for your presence. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. If you do enjoy this podcast, please share with your family, friends, and your communities. This is your host, Makay Quadra, moving hearts with you here on House Life Coach.